A partly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Not all that bad out there. Temperatures warming up rather nicely. We're above average right now for this time of the year. 47 at the airport, 46 here at Radio Center. Downtown Midland is at 48. Downtown Bay City is looking at 46 degrees. Pretty much a calm breeze, if there is any. It's coming out of the east, less than 5 miles per hour. Barometer continues to rise ever so slowly, but it's still moving in the right direction, I guess. 30.21. And as I said, it is rising. Around the state, temperatures trying to warm up a little bit. We had a chilly start to the morning, especially in northern Michigan. Chilly in that normally we should be here about 27, 28 degrees. Up in northern Michigan, they started off Alpena at 24, West Branch, Houghton Lake at 25, Grayling 23, the Gaylord area coming in at 26 degrees, Mayo at 22, Oscoda looking at 25, 26 degrees as well. And for the most part, everybody was looking at partly to mostly sunny skies, the only exception being northern Michigan, where we're seeing a little bit more in the way of clouds, and then right along Lake Michigan, Muskegon in particular. They're looking at cloudy skies also. As we go through the afternoon, the clouds are going to begin to move in, and there is going to be a pretty good chance of seeing some precipitation, first of all, in northern Michigan a little bit later on this afternoon and into the evening hours. The reason why is we do have a low pressure system over the Dakotas. That low has a warm front ahead of it. That's why we in the central and southern parts of the state are roughly 10 to 15 degrees warmer than what they are in northern Michigan. And as we go through the day, the temperatures are going to try to warm up a little bit more as that warm front moves up. But along with it is going to come a pretty good chance of seeing that precipitation. Right now, it doesn't appear as though we're going to have a very good chance of seeing any rain here in the Great Lakes Bay region. We're looking for partly cloudy, now becoming cloudy as we go into the afternoon. And then real late this afternoon, a chance of some rain moving in. You'll be able to tell when the chances of rain will increase because right now we do have that easterly breeze, light and variable. It is going to pick up a little bit in miles per hour as we go into the later afternoon. We'll wind up pretty close to 20 mile per hour winds later on this afternoon and early this evening, and then a little bit more northeasterly as we move into sunsets and a little bit after that. The east winds are going to stay with us for, at least through Wednesday anyway. And then as we approach the weekend, temperatures are going to fall off even more. What you're looking at right now, out your front window, back window, wherever you are, is probably going to be the nicest day that you will see until we move into the weekend. We're going to be looking at a whole lot of clouds around. There could be maybe a glimpse of sun here and there, but for the most part, it is going to be chilly. It is going to be wet. We're looking at east, more so east and northeasterly winds once a series of low pressure systems move close and then move by the Great Lakes. And that's going to take pretty much all week because we're not only looking at one, but we're looking at 3 low pressures that are going to be influencing our weather starting late tonight and during the day tomorrow, then through Wednesday, through Thursday, into Friday. It appears as though the clouds are still going to be around on Friday. Temperatures, for the most part, are going to be hovering around that mid to upper 40 range, so a little bit above average, but still with that wind coming out of the east and the northeast, upper 40s is going to feel a lot colder than that. Then as we move into Friday with the clouds, middle 40s still, low 30s for a low. That's what we're going to be looking at is mid to upper 30s throughout this period, maybe 40, 42 as we go into early Thursday morning. But Thursday doesn't promise to warm up that much at all. Then as we get into the weekend, we're going to see low 40s on Saturday with clouds, low 20s for Saturday night. And then we'll finally get some sun. At least that's what it looks like right now, possibly all day long. That'll be on Sunday, but our temperature on Sunday won't even hit 40 degrees. That's what it looks like right now. So kind of a damp, chilly week as we approach the end of the month of March. Hopefully it won't last very long, but the long-range outlook to take us all the way through the 3rd of April is overall our temperatures to average below normal for this time of the year. Once we get past this damp period here this week, our precipitation pattern should be pretty much at or below average as well. Average 44 in the afternoon, 27 at night. The record high in this state, as we mentioned last week, 2012 was a very, very warm March. 87 degrees set in 2012 a year ago. The record low in this state is 1, and that was set in 1965. A year ago, our high was 66. Our low was 31. We had no precipitation to report. The record amount of snowfall on this date in recorded history was set back in 1967, just under 7 inches of snow on that date. Sun will set this evening at 5:50, rise tomorrow morning at 7:36. So, as we said, a series of low-pressure systems affecting our weather for the next several days is going to keep those temperatures pretty close to average. But again, the north, northeast, and east winds, albeit light, we're not looking at any strong gusty winds, will definitely keep us on the chilly and damp side of things. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Gary Kaufman standing by. We'll be talking to him about the markets and what he thinks we're going to wind up doing here for the work week this week. All of that coming up. But first, this reminder, the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Corn Marketing Program of Michigan. Coffee with Corn tomorrow morning, and this is going to be a good one. Eric Snodgrass with Nutrien Ag will be our guest tomorrow. And obviously, we're going to be talking about weather conditions, what we anticipate, what the weather could do to your crop as we get ready to plant it in 2022. But again, Eric is very good at taking a look at all the factors that come into play for long-range weather forecasting, in particular, what the summer is going to look like. So all of that and more. Again, Coffee with Corn tomorrow morning. We kick everything off at 8 a.m., so join us. I know it'll be a really good program. You can hopefully zoom in on it if you want, if you reserved your space, or if you didn't, you can go to Farm Service Facebook, and you can click on that and get the program in normal time. No delays at all. Coffee with Corn, a presentation of the Corn Marketing Program of Michigan. We say good morning to Gary Kaufman. Gary, here we go. 21st of March.
I hear you.
I'm done holding my breath. I mean, I'm getting blue in the face all the time. What are we looking at right now?
Well, Terry, to start the work week, we got positives across the board. Right now, let's call cash wheat up 78 at 1082 on the white. And then on the red, we would be, oh, geez, I didn't even calculate that price yet. Be
No,
1022
after 78 up, who's counting now?
the 1022 on the red. And then new crop was up 71 at 1076 on the white, and then it would be 1026 on the red. Cash corn up 21 at 693. New crop is up 22 at 612. Cash soybeans up 33 at 1636, and new crop, let's call it up 25 right now, Terry, at 1426.
All right, they're setting us up for something here, Gary. What's the reason why we took off like a shot this morning?
Well, again, wheat's kind of leading the market here. After continued concerns about Ukraine, about their ability to even ship anything out of the Black Sea region. Or for that matter, you look at winter wheat and, in this invasion and, there seems a lot of concern if we're going to even get spring wheat planted over in Ukraine. So the abilities for Ukrainians even to harvest their winter wheat crops, coming up here in the next few months too is also a concern. So, and then, over the weekend here, shelling continued, in that region as well. And that always raises more concern because it hasn't subsided any. So it's difficult to know where the conflict is going to resolve itself. As we all know, Terry, that's one of the world's most important wheat regions. So as that conflict continues, war continues, uncertainty continues, and markets will react accordingly. And on the flip side of everything, we're seeing, on corn, we're seeing more exports on our U.S. corn since the fighting began there. And then also on corn, we're watching that in Brazil, we're watching that second corn crop that's nearly planted. We've got some pretty decent rains down there that were pretty favorable. So, that's a pretty important equation as we move forward too, is that second corn crop in Brazil, South America, how that's going to progress too, and keep a lot of supply on hand from them folks as well for the world. So
yep, here we go again.
Buckle in for another week of who knows what, Terry.
Yeah, I guess. Gary, have a good one. Okay.
All right, I will. You
All
too.
right.
Thanks.
A little bit more in depth as far as what the markets are doing. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining us right now. The market report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. Hey, they are the Great Lakes Bay Area certified ag dealers, so you can make a new Ram commercial truck or van a part of your everyday use for family, farm, and business today by seeing Schaefer and Beerline since 1852, where family and service sells cars, and by Thumb Bank, serving the needs of farmers for well over 125 years. 2 locations in Bay City, also Cassidy, Caseville, Pigeon, and Bad Axe. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. Doug, I'm already buckled in now.
Well, this is interesting. Nickel, again, fell limit down 15%. So that's a wild one. Abramoff's ranch out west, western U.S., I don't know where it was, Wyoming or something, might be up for sanction. And so if you want to take over payments, about $50 million is what they said it was worth. So, if I could borrow about 4 from you, maybe I'll make a bid for it.
4 cents? 4 cents, you said? Yes.
Just pay the back taxes, once he lets it go into default, that might be the way to go. So a couple of states have said they're going to eliminate the sales tax on gasoline, and they're pushing for the federal tax on gasoline to be lifted. Of course, that had exactly the effect that I thought it would have, and that is, continued strong demand since gas is going to be cheaper. Let's buy more of it. So crude oil is up $5. Yeah, boy. If you want something to go down in price, tax the heck out of it, and then people will quit buying it. But what do I know? I'm not a politician.
There you go.
Here's your numbers. May corn is $7.63, up 21 1/4. December corn 668 1/2, up 23. September 23 corn is 603. That's up 12 1/2. The May soybeans 1701 3/4, up 33 3/4. November soybeans, 14.93 and a quarter, up 26.5. And then November of 23 soybeans, 13.32, up 19 cents. The May wheat is 11.42 and three quarters, up 79 cents. December wheat, 10.34 and three quarters, up 67 and three quarters. And then July of 23 wheat is 8.89 and a half. That's 45.5 cents higher. Crude oil is 108.30, up $5.20. Heating oil is 355.13, up 17 cents. Gasoline is 336.43, and that equates to about $4 a gallon. That's up 12.5 cents. And natural gas is 487 and a quarter. That's down 3 cents. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar gets you 125.83 at the border. That's down 19 ticks. The yen is at 119.14, down 3 ticks. The euro is 110.47, down 8 ticks. The dollar is at 98.21, down 2 ticks. Gold is at 19.25, down $3.20. Silver's at 25.36. That's up 29 and a quarter cents. Platinum's at 10.46.40. That's up $10.50.
Have a good one, Doug.
Thank you.
You bet. We'll talk to you later. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Joining me right now, Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, Terry. Let's clean them up.
Yep. Got to get it ready.
Yeah, that's right. Get those leaves that flew in from the winter, cut from the ornamental grasses, the spent blooms and the hydrangeas can come off, and let's get ready to get some pre-emerge down. So when you get some good weather and we don't have rain, let's get out and get the yards cleaned up and we'll be set for spring.
Sounds good. Jerry, you take care. Have a good one.
Yes, sir, Terry.
All right. Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Eric Sawatsky joins us right after this.
Looking for a career where every day is different? Got a knack for working on farm equipment? We're looking to grow our team. Hudson Inc., your local John Deere dealer, is responsible for keeping farmers of America running. Honest, dependable, and self-reliant mechanical technicians is who we are looking for. Hudson provides continuing education, tool allowances, and benefits. If you're interested in becoming a part of the Hudson team, go online and search Hudson Inc. Careers for more information.
With the holidays coming up, with a lot of events coming up, it might be a really good idea, especially if you have to supply the food for any of them, to call Krizak's house, 989-894-5531. They're ready to take care of whatever you need. Give them a call, set it up, pick it up on the day of your event, take it there. You're a hero at your event. Krizak's house, also a great place to dine in, too. Take a load off, all right? Krizak's house, Casson, Michigan, on Bay City's south side. We say good morning to Eric Sawatsky at Yo and Yo Accounting. Eric, tax filing. Boy, we're counting the days down. Give us a couple, 3 tips on what we should be looking at before filing those returns.
Yeah, Terry. A few things that everyone could possibly benefit from at the last second before we complete those returns this year. 2, that there's a couple deductions, things that you can still do now, even though we're past year end. 1, if your income levels allow, you still could make contribution to a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA and get those contributions in by April 15th. And those still can be counted towards the 2021 tax year. So if you qualified for a traditional IRA, to be able to contribute to one of those, that could still reduce your taxable income this year for the 2021 filing year. Another, if you have what's considered a high deductible health insurance policy through your employer or the like, you can potentially, if you have a health savings account open, or you could still open one up by April 15th, you potentially can make contributions into that plan, which is also a pre-tax contribution, which means get a tax deduction now and it grows in there tax-free as long as you use it for medical. So that's something to look at. If you have a joint health savings account, you can put in as much as $7,200 per year into that. So those are 2 things to look at there. And then one last thing, charity. This year, you can actually take a deduction For single, $300, or if you're married filing joint, it's $600 for charitable contributions, even if you can't itemize. So even if you're taking that standard deduction, just this year only, you're allowed 300 single or 600 joint as an additional deduction against your income. So many of you are not used to keeping those receipts for charity because you haven't been able to use it the last few years. Make sure you pull those out and take advantage of that yet this year.
Good advice. For more information, Eric, how do they get a hold of you?
You can call us 989-793-9830 or go to our website, www.yoandyo.com.
You take care, Eric. Good to talk to you. We'll talk again soon. All right?
Take care.
You bet. Eric Sawatsky, Yo and Yo Accounting. We'll be right back.
Mr. Farmer, does the cost of fertilizer have your head spinning? Maybe it's time to look for alternatives. Now's the time to see what Dairy Do can do for you. Dairy Do? Dairy Do offers compost blends made with chicken manure, gypsum, and several other natural ingredients that will bring health back into your fields. As a matter of fact, Dairy Do features a mix of compost blends, granulated fertilizers, and liquids that will help to restore nutrients and good biology to your soils. No matter if you're a conventional farmer or organic farmer, Dairy Do is for you. Dairy Do liquids like Kelpful and MCI Corn Starter will benefit your plants. The soil health experts at Morgan Composting have been helping farmers with their soil health for over 25 years. Put that expert know-how to work for you. Don't let today's fertilizer costs get you down. Now you know the best option. Learn more by visiting DairyDo.com. Get your orders placed now for spring. Put Dairy Do to work for you.
Healthy plants come from healthy soil. Healthy soil comes from Dairy Do.
Just in case you didn't realize, this week is National Ag Week all across the country. And we're going to help everybody celebrate a little bit. We're going to make a trip over to Grand Rapids tomorrow and talk about the big ag rally that's going on over on that side of the state. So again, our broadcast will be from Fox Chrysler Dodge Ram Truck. That'll be tomorrow, our farm program. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with a playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM, Carlton,